Okay, everybody. We're going to install a pre-hung unit, which is a pre-hung frame. It already comes with a casing nailed on it, and the hinges are pre-screwed both on the doors and the frame. So we start by putting 5/8 spacers underneath the frame, and that is for the carpet to be tucked underneath the frame once they install the carpet. We then take the header, and I like to use DAP. It's a very good product because it does two jobs. It fills in the joints, and it also acts as glue. And when I put it on the miters of the actual header, and once I put the frame together, it actually squeezes it out, and that will help cover up any joints and fill them in. This is a left-hand door, by the way. Now we push the frame down tight against the 5/8. That's where it's going to sit until we finish installing this door. I got the pins here. I'm going to hang the door. The bottom edge usually lines up, but sometimes it doesn't. It's very easy to do. You just tap it a couple of times. And in she goes. Now, this is very basic, these units, because once you square out the door, it's almost impossible for the door to be off level. Like right now, you can tell the distance on this side and that side it's not the same, and that's why we have a bigger gap at the top, so you have to move the frame the other way. And as you can see now, it's perfect. The distance there is also perfect. And we can go ahead and nail it. You always start nailing on the hinge side. Then when you get to the center, you should check that the distance to the center is the same between the door and the frame as it is on the top and bottom. Now I'm going to put a nail, temporary nail, which is going to be my temporary door stop, by the strike plate. That helps me keep the door in place and see if the door is plumb, if the distance is all the same, and it looks good. Now we'll go nail the other side. Sorry about the noise, that's the compressor door. Okay, now that I've checked, I'll double check the door. It is perfectly plumb. The spacing is beautiful. So now I'll take my pencil, hold the door against my temporary doorstop, which is that nail I put on the frame, and then just slide the pencil along the door on the frame. That will give me the guideline to nail the door stops later. Okay, my door stops are scored. Now, I'm going to finish. There's always a little gap between the casing and the wall. You want to dot that so that it looks nice once it's painted. I will do it here, but because the space is so small, it's almost impossible to do it and nobody's going to see it. So I'm going to do the outside now. Also the gap where the header meets the leg. Clean off the excess. Let's clean out the excess on the miters also. At the same time you're pushing that dot inside the joint so it's covering any gap between the two miters. Okay, and we're ready to nail the door stops, which I already pre-cut. Oops, need some more bullets. Now, I'm nailing my doorstop on the line that I drew with my pencil. It's very easy. Works perfectly. And now for the finishing touch. Should take some sandpaper and always sand the miters just to get rid of any imperfections so that once it's painted you don't see anything. You don't want to over sand so you don't destroy the profile on the casing. It's just to clean it basically. Okay, let's take these out. And we're done. As you can see, it's not that hard to do. It looks easy, but there's little tricks to it. But eventually, after you install 20 or 30 of these, it's easy. Okay, and that's it for today.